What is my commercial property worth? Why do and why should people be asking commercial real estate agents for an updated appraisal on their property? Firstly, if you own your self-managed super fund, it's generally a requirement every financial year to get an update on what the property is worth. You should be doing general health checks on your commercial property, just like you would do if you had residential properties, shares, or other equity portfolios on what is it worth at the current time. And lastly, if you're thinking of selling or thinking of buying something else, why not find out what the property's worth to see whether or not there's equity inside the asset or it's appraised at the right sort of price that makes sense for you to sell. How would I appraise your commercial property? Obviously, there's a variance of circumstances on what type of commercial property it is. I'm going to give you a quick rundown on how I would appraise your property if it was a tenanted investment with a long-term tenant. To make it easy, we've put a round number. The annual income is $100,000. This is a net income. Net income means that the tenant pays for your water, your rates, your body corporate, if it's in one, your insurance, and often forgotten about, your land tax. Now, assuming they're on a 5-year lease, the most common mistake people make is they take that net income and they capitalize it by 8%. And that's where they draw the line on the appraisal process. That is a very dangerous way of appraising a property, and it can leave you either over or undervaluating it quite drastically. You need to be certain that the rental income of $100,000 in this instance is at a market rent. Assuming that it's not, and perhaps it's at $100,000 because when the tenant moved in, that the owner gave them great incentives, they might have paid for the fit out, and the inflated rent is substantiated, but it's not market. What if the market rent was in fact $80,000? When we capitalize $80,000, the new price at 8% is $1 million. Already a drastic difference between just using the back of the napkin valuation. However, you need to take into account that you're still getting what we call profit rent of $20,000 a year for the next 5 years. So there's $100,000 of profit rent, which we need to add on to the valuation, which gives you $1.1 million. So in this very short example, you can see how without getting the appropriate advice and without engaging someone that has the right resources to determine what the market rent is, you might overvalue your property by $150,000. That could have been worked the other way around, where you've undervalued your property by $150,000. That's the importance of engaging a real estate agent. That's the importance of engaging someone who actually knows what they're talking about. The perception of commercial real estate agents is you only contact them when you're ready to sell or you're ready to buy. Please contact me now if you've got any concerns at all with commercial real estate, whether you're looking at something through someone else, whether you want to know what your property's worth, because at the end of the day, we only get paid if we sell commercial real estate. But I want to build a relationship with you and be your guy that you go to for the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years. So please contact me. It's obligation free, and I'm happy to give you as much advice and share as much of my knowledge as possible, and it's not going to cost you a thing.